Boys in the building tonight. Oh, what I'm feeling right. You ain't even got to get cage match out because it boys is here. So ratings is in the house. It's on the house. It's on the house. It's on the house. We are back for another episode this week. The whole trio is here today. Got yourself, Delboy, Young Sasuke, Young Wolf.
I'm in the building.
We got Tyson Ola. You might see him in Shoreditch. You might see him at Loading Bar. You
Definitely see him. I was gonna say definitely see him on Loading Bar.
100% see him on Indy Takers. We are back for another episode this week. We told you guys, keep us accountable. We're going to be doing consistency. It doesn't matter whether it's 3 of us, 2 of us, or 1 of us. The show will go on. So, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Jem, how are you? You weren't with us last week. How you doing, bro? It's been a minute since we've seen you on the platform.
I'm all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Just working, living life. You know what I mean? Trying to get that money up. Life not easy. Cost of living not easy. So,
nah, easy, dog.
Yeah.
Hello, we telling you how you feeling, bro? E.
The E muted.
E muted.
Sorry. Yeah, no. We're here. We're alive. That's all that matters, man.
So where should we start, Mandem?
Wait, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Bro, cost of living. Everything famine. But hey, listen, I'm alive, I'm well. Thank God.
Ain't it?
I'm with my brothers, so can't complain.
Matters, man.
I mean,
for real.
Nah, I mean, so yeah, man. Where should we start?
Okada.
Yeah, that's a big talking point. That is a big talking point.
Okada. So Okada recently had a 6-man tag match with Ishii and Tanahashi against TMDK. It was his last match. It was at, I can't remember what the event was called. But it was for the 6-man never openweight titles. Anybody with half a brain, anybody with knowledge with wrestling will probably think, you know what, if this is for the 6-man titles and it's possibly the last 6-man match he's going to be having, last title match he's going to be having before he exits New Japan, the smart thing would be to drop the belts. We didn't see that.
Hey.
We didn't see that. He won, or team won. It was a good match. He obliterated Fujiwara. Then to now go and vacate the fucking belts.
Disrespect.
My head's hot, man. Hashtag justice for TMDK, honestly, because it's not making sense. They're booking in New Japan for a minute. It's not even like this year. It's been for a minute. Their booking has been horrendous. Like there's time and time again that you feel like these guys should probably be the best faction in New Japan, and for whatever reason they just get brushed aside. And it's like other factions like Bullet Club, for example. For me, it's like we're past that era now. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, they're not. The Bullet Club's not as successful as it once was, but we're past that era. Like, I'm ready for TMDK to be that faction in Japan because they've got the qualities, they've got the superstars. Like Zack Sabre Jr. for me is a world champion, and the fact that he hasn't even made it there yet. Well, he's made it there, but you know what I mean. Like the fact that he hasn't kind of gone back into that picture yet. It's just absurd. Like the whole situation for me is absurd. Maybe something to do with management. Maybe they're beefing behind the scenes. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you sound defeated, bro.
I'm defeated.
You sound defeated.
Hey, no. All I know is how much I love TMDK. So the fact that this has happened, yeah, it's actually made me have a bit of hate towards Okada, innit? Because look, let's be real, yeah. Let's be real. Hold on. He's definitely had some input. He's definitely had some input. They've definitely come to him and be like, "Oh yeah, do you want to drop the belts to?" He's definitely turned around and said, "Nah." But why?
As well, man.
Why? What are we doing here? Nah, this is where my head starts getting hot because TMDK is a touchy subject. Like, someone else take over because I'll get mad and then I'll sky the whole desk and then there's no more podcast. Del, what's your thoughts, bro? Because you like TMDK as well. We were both gonna get TMDK t-shirts, bro.
Yeah, I love TMDK. Man. I've been a fan of them for years. Like even before they joined WWE, for them to now come back and reunite. It's very shocking because again, like I've said in the Discord, I think TMDK are the most solid unit out of every faction. Bullet Club, as much as I'm loving the resurgence of like Bullet Club and the War Dogs, they're still a bit scatter. They're still a bit jagga. They're still like, you've got War Dogs, you've got House of Torture, you've got Chase Owens, Kenta, ABC, got Bullet Club Golds that are now doing Scissor Gang. There's a lot that's going on in terms of Bullet Club. Chaos, I don't know what's happening with Chaos. I mean, they're the 6-man tag champions, but at the same time, there's Chaos, there's Hontai, there's there's a bunch of different factions. But if we're talking about a faction that I think has been totally like over, and there's United Empire as well. Even them, they're going through some sort of transition phase with Will Ospreay. That's Will Ospreay and Aussie Open that are both in AEW. TJP looks to be the one wanting to now lead the reins of it. We're not too sure what's happening there. But TMDK has been a constant. They've been constantly putting on great matches, whether it's tag team matches, whether it's 6-man tag matches, no matter what combination you put them in. Zack Sabre Jr. as the New Japan World TV Champion. Bro, you and I collectively every week when he was defending his title on Ring of Honor, we were saying, bro, that this guy has turned the belt that people were going to overlook at some point into a must-see belt, regardless of the design. What this guy is doing in terms of the matches with the 15-minute time limit is absolutely killing it.
For real.
He then lost the belt to Tanahashi at Wrestle Kingdom,
which I didn't agree with.
I don't know about that one. This guy put himself in presidency and thought, yeah, fuck it. And a 2 belt. And a 2 belt. You know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, cool. Maybe the means of him is to now potentially go for a world title. But at the same time, where does that leave TMDK? I think New Japan as a whole is just very...
It's a mess right now, isn't it?
I'm just really, really not sure what... I'm hopeful for this year, but I'm not really sure what happens in terms of like... I'm not sure what's happening. Let me just say that. I'm not sure what's happening. Ola, what's your thoughts?
In regards to the match?
Yeah, and Okada as well. You sir?
I just don't understand why they didn't drop the belts. I just don't get it. Like in terms of Okada leaving, let me ask you guys this question. Innit? If Okada's going somewhere, it's not WWE, it's not AEW. Where else do you think you could see him going?
TNA.
Yeah.
I can see him everywhere.
NK don't cook me.
Everywhere.
NK don't cook me.
Yeah, that's NK don't kill me. I can see him everywhere. Like
even at Loading Bar, fam.
You're the Rainmaker of Loading Bar. You and one of the Rainmakers. You, Jimmy and Lincoln are Tanahashi. You don't want to drop the title. You might not just vacate it. Yeah, I feel like with Okada, I think Okada is in a fun position where he could either go to the top 2 companies and be stars there, or potentially say, you know what, I want to be able to have creative freedom of what I'm doing, so let me just show up wherever I want. Let me have the matchups I want. He's still young. He's 37. I mean, he's teetering onto older age, but there are still indie matchups that people want to see from him.
Yeah,
there's still companies that I'm sure there's a lot of companies that would potentially benefit from him saying, you know what, I'm taking bookings everywhere now. I'm not an exclusive person. so I could show up at a Beyond. Or imagine if PWG announced Okada for Best of LA tournament.
Mad.
It will sell out. The only problem is PWG released their distin 10 years later, so there won't be any footage, but we'll hear one of the greatest matches we've ever seen from people that were there.
What you don't want is him doing what you don't want him to do an Ibushi in it, which I don't think would happen. Like I don't think he would go missing. Like not to say Ibushi's gone missing, but I feel like
okay, Ibushi's done.
No, he's gone missing still.
Ibushi's done. Done.
Same. No, I try to defend him still, but yeah, you don't want that to happen.
You can't defend him.
I tried as well, man. We're done still.
Bro, I saw this nigga live in LA against Mike Bailey, and I thought, you know what? Yeah,
is that the match without the ropes?
Yeah, it was yeah. What's it, Bloodsport? I was thinking, yeah, this guy, like, okay, if this guy comes back fully 2024, we're cooking. Granted, he's been ill, he's had injuries, whatnot, but if you know you have injuries and you know, like, Wembley's not worth all the injuries. I'm so sorry. Wembley's not worth all the injuries. Wembley's not worth people still saying that you're cooked and you're not beating the allegation. I'm so sorry.
That's what I think. I don't think Okada should go down that road where he's kind of getting lost on the independent scene. Not to say he would, because his name holds a lot of weight, but I think when you've got that much weight to your name, you do need to land yourself in at least a top 4 company. Do you know what I mean?
Like 100%.
Top 4, yeah. I was thinking about it today at work, and I was saying I wouldn't mind Okada going to TNA for like a year, just to be away from like the noise for a bit and do his thing, help the company the company is on the rise now, but get it back to where it kind of used to be, make amends, kind of have the run that he should have had originally. And then, because as you said, he's only 37, and then maybe move to an AEW or WWE. My issue is if he goes to WWE, I know it's Triple H, but how do you manage someone like Okada? Like, what do you do? Do you know what I mean?
I'll be real though. I have a lot more faith in Triple H than I do Tony.
Do you, for real?
Yeah, when it comes to, in terms of like when we're speaking about Okada and stuff, I can't lie. Obviously, he's the New Japan golden boy, innit? And if he goes to AEW, they have to do something where they show him off to be that special wrestler. And I don't know if I don't trust Tony to do it, man.
I think he can, but I think they'd have to split the roster. And I think.
What do you mean by that?
Like they'd have to have designated rosters. So Dynamite would have to have a roster, and Collision. Is it Collision?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have to have a roster, and I feel like that's the only way because the roster's so. It's so mash up. He would essentially probably become another guy. Because I'm even worried for Ospreay. I'll be honest with you. I'm worried for Ospreay.
Oh, that one I'm not worried about. They rolled out the red carpet for that guy. He even got Wembley
and everything.
Bro. From when Ospreay first showed up in AEW, we always knew the writing was on the wall for Ospreay to go to AEW. We always knew. We knew that this is the place. Tony put Will Ospreay ahead of 80% of his roster. He said, "Yeah, you'll be the one to wrestle at Wembley." Bearing in mind, there are tons of UK talent in what's it called in AEW.
True.
But the one AEW talent that was spearheaded as, you know what, he's gonna have a marquee match against the Chris Jericho, by the way. It wasn't against Jungle Boy or Hook or Private Party. Chris Jericho.
Yeah, it's true. No, you're right. You're right. I think it's just that roster.
The roster is very, very deep, and I think when it comes to people like Okada, I don't worry for him too much because I feel like with Tony Khan is not a great booker as it is anyways. He's just a matchmaker. So I think when it comes to the matches, he will give us the matches we didn't know we wanted, and there will be a few matches where we're like, okay, cool, this should be a good match. But I worry more so for the talent that are already not getting booked.
Well, like a Starks.
I mean, Ricky Starks is a tag team champion, so I'm thinking more of like the Blade and Butcher. Maybe people look at me like those aren't the people you should be caring about. maybe people look at me like those aren't like, why do you care for those talent? But it's like these are talent that have been in the company for God knows how long, and they're still stuck in the same position. There's been no progression. And if you notice with a lot of the wrestlers in AEW, there's like maybe like 40% of the wrestlers that are still stuck in the same position.
Yeah,
they haven't progressed in any type of way. There will be like
one of them.
You'll have like I know this is Indy Takers, but yeah, let's not spend too much time on it. But there'll be certain wrestlers where, you know, the inevitables. I call them the inevitables. The Chris Jerichos, the Bryan Danielsons, the Moxleys. These are the people that, no matter where you put them up and down the card, they will always have a position and they'll always get a push. The Eddie Kingstons. Then there will be the mid carders where we have a lot of faith in them, and these are people that we're going to potentially push at some point. The Darby Allins, the Ricky Starks, the Will Hobbs, the Takeshtas, the Rooshes. Then you have just below that the non-entities, the people that you'll be lucky. Someone needs to be injured. The day someone has broken their arm, that's the day you replace that person. That's the Abadons, the Red Velvets. Who else? The Blade and Butcher. These are those people that they have the talent, but they're just on good payroll. The Anna Jays, the people that are just stuck in this prevalent area of, you know what?
No
real progression. And it's sad because at the end of the day, you want to be able to you want to boast to say that you have top to bottom the best roster, but it's like, if we were to now do machine for machine with WWE, where even their lower card people like an R-Truth or Kira Tozawa, they're at least getting utilized, and there's something that's been done before with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Granted, there'll be fans that will say, yeah, but they're comedy acts, this and that. But for me, it's like, I'd rather be a comedy act that's on TV as opposed to an act that's meant to be taken seriously, and the only time that they're on TV is on a rampage, beating bums, and then on Dynamite losing to mid talent that don't even get booked as much as they do. It doesn't make sense. So
yeah. Okay, so if Okada does go, let's say he goes to WWE, I've seen two variations of how you book him. I've seen the first one saying that you book him similar to how you book like Roman Reigns and The Undertaker, where he has like minimal appearances, and probably only wrestles like the big 5 pay-per-views. And then I've seen other people say he needs to go down the workhorse route, where he's just putting on match after match after match, eventually leading to him getting the title. Obviously, the big factor as to him probably not getting a championship is his English. Everyone keeps mentioning his English. Listen,
he can speak English, though.
He can speak English.
He can speak English, broken English, but he can speak English. But I don't even think you need to speak English.
Apparently, he can speak English very well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's getting prepared then, isn't it? Like, low key, he's kind of getting himself situated. He say, "Yeah, what me WWE? Okay, I need to, you know what I'm saying? I need to be able to say what's up."
My only thing is, okay, cool. With the first approach in terms of him having that small, having that small appearances here and there.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't agree with that is because majority of WWE fans won't know who he is.
Yeah.
So there's no point you bringing in someone. Of course, there's like the internet fan who will know who he is, and WWE are going to make a big song and dance about him if he does sign there. At the same time, if a casual WWE fan or someone that just only pays attention to WWE doesn't know who he is, you're going to still have to be able to justify, oh, why does this person only show up every few months? I don't know this person. And there's only so much a vignette can do to wisen someone up, especially when a lot of fans, let's be real, a lot of fans are not going to go on the internet to go search someone and go watch their previous matches in previous companies.
No.
A lot of them don't care like that. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I would say some sort of like, everyone's just going to have to be prepped for Okada to be wrestling every week and working 5-minute, 10-minute matches. Simple.
Do you think he changes his style though?
He's gonna have to. I mean, I already say that Okada's bag isn't even to the point of. It's not like he has like such a work heavy repertoire in terms of the moves he uses.
Yeah.
So it's like for him, he's just more so in terms of like psychology and timing and storytelling within a match. Like all they'll really teach him on the PC is maybe like where the hard cam is, the cues in terms of like crowd interaction and whatnot. But other than that, you can't. There's not much to really teach him.
So you don't think he should go to NXT?
I mean, if unless he's facing Ilya Dragunov, there's no reason for him to be in NXT. But then again, I don't know. For me, I've always been a firm believer that nobody's above NXT.
No, nobody. I mean, it's not the black and gold era, but even AJ Styles said he wish he went to NXT. That was during the proper black and gold. But fam, if you have to learn, you have to learn. Do you know what I mean? Like, is what it is, and he doesn't have to do 6 months. He can literally do 3 months, get to a pay-per-view, done his dance, go about his business.
Bro, he can generally just go there for one match.
Or that.
He could generally just go there for one match. Like, because bearing in mind, if he does sign, he will be in the PC for God knows how long. Because he has to move to Florida. If he's moving to WWE, he has to move to Florida. So if he does, then he will be in and out of the PC. So he will have ample time to do whatever workouts, training that he has to do. And then him getting into one program with someone, one match, I don't think he's above that. I think that will be intriguing to see. And NXT fans that are NXT loyals and the people that tend to be people that are internet fans as well. So who's to say that Okada, if he does sign, Okada at Stand and Deliver, that will sell tickets in at Mania weekend.
Yeah, it's true.
And it will be 5 matches, and he will have ample time to have the match that he needs to have.
So do you think there is a possibility he can go to TNA, or would you want him to go to TNA, or do you think that one-off match was just like, yeah, let me have my song and go about my business?
I don't know. If for Okada, for me, I wouldn't necessarily say I want him to go to TNA. I would more because I would say I just want to see Okada have matches against the best people at every company that he can have the best matches.
I hear
if he has to have a few 2-3 matches in TNA, go to a PWG, go to even show up in a DPW, go back to Japan and go to Noah, go to All Japan, even come down to the UK, come to Progress, go do Rev Pro. For me, that's the Okada I want to see. I want him to just say, listen, I am going on a Rainmaker tour before I make a decision.
Oh, I like that.
Where I want to call home. For me, that's what I think is, because I feel like sometimes with a lot of wrestlers is that they will go from one company to another company rather than kind of just take a break and kind of see the landscape of where wrestling is and kind of see, because there's so many different wrestlers that Okada can just have a match with, and already that Rob will put that wrestling in another stratosphere. Look at last year that Michael Oku had a match with Chris Jericho. Well, he had a match with Jericho's Association Society. The rub that he got from that already and the bookings he was getting from that is crazy. So imagine seeing someone like, I don't know, like an Okada versus a Jake something, or an Okada versus Michael Oku, or Okada versus Conor Mills, Okada versus Titus Alexander, Okada versus Nakajima. Bro, there's so many matchups to be had. Okada versus fucking Myron Reed. There's so many matchups to be had that, for me, that granted, whether he decides to go to WWE, that's fine. But for me, the fan in me would love to see, listen, I'm going on a 3-month, 4-month Rainmaker tour. Okada versus fucking I'll fucking leave this place. Okada versus Mustafa Ali. Bro,
that match would
Okada
be
versus Nick Nemeth. Bro, there's matches to be had.
Yeah. And when you've been stuck in that, he's been stuck in Japan his whole life. He's never really explored. Obviously, he's come down to the UK, but he's never really done anything else.
He's wrestled in Ring of Honor. He's wrestled. He hasn't really. There's not many wrestling companies outside of, New Japan partners that he's wrestled at. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, Rainmaker tour, man. Okada, you're never gonna listen to this, but bro, come on. If there's time to not sign Don't sign.
There is.
Go on that Rainmaker tour. I'll even, hey man, we'll even
You're
do
gonna
2K
say
version for you. Even do a version on 2K for you if you need to.
they got your entrance in the game, bro.
Just to ginger you small, so you know what to do.
Hey, if he does go WWE, he needs to buy the theme song. He needs to talk to New Japan. Listen, take my next month's paycheck or something, but give me my theme song in it, because WWE and his theme song, they'll ruin it. Their theme songs stink. Yeah, absolutely stink.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason I don't want to see him at WWE, just in case. I mean, yeah, man. But I mean, hey, man, Hunter's on the throne, man. So he's the one that will. He knows ball, man. You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true,
man.
True.
But anyways, man, enough about the E and All Elite.
I was gonna say, man, we've wet your palate enough.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about DPW. They had their DPW Live 4 show last week or a few days ago. Yeah, sometime during the week. What do you man think? What's your man's initial opinion of DPW?
I think they're building a product that can easily be purchased and put on TV. I feel like they've got all the tools, and the good thing is that everybody that works behind the scenes gets it, because they wanted it for other companies. So it's like, we couldn't get it here, we couldn't get it there, so let's do it ourselves. Do you know what I mean? So it just makes for a great product. I don't ever struggle to watch DPW. Obviously time. So this show specifically, I haven't watched all of it, but there's so many like young stars in there, and I like the fact that they don't go after proper mainstream. They have the 1 or 2 or 3, but a lot of the roster is like low key, underground, homegrown, and they kind of building them up and putting them on the map. And I just think they're building a nice little product, man, honestly. And it wouldn't surprise me if Mr. Tony Khan was looking at it and saying, yeah,
hey, God forbid.
Nah, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, because they've got connections there, innit? They've got connections there. So it makes sense. I mean, if Tony Khan wanted another product on TV, or he needed some sort of leverage to get another TV deal and saw another company that could be purchased, you know what I'm saying?
You better stay away. Better put your cock back in your trousers, because there's nothing for you here. What the fuck? Nah, man. Tony Khan better. Nah, like I would like. I feel like, for me, I don't know, man. I feel like the people at DPW know better.
Yeah.
Because this isn't it. This isn't it. Like, nobody should be buying them. If there's people that want to inject money into them,
yeah,
fair. But to now come and use them for leverage to now, nah. Tony Khan should focus on Ring of Honor. That's where the bullshit is. Fix your fucking bullshit first, then before you guys now go and buy someone else. What the fuck? Fix your bullshit.
That product stinks.
Bro, fucking bullshit, man. Bro. Anyway, sure.
But yeah, what's your lot's thoughts on DPW?
Ola, go on.
Again, I'm just gonna echo what you guys said. Like, the product is great. Obviously, I'm still quite new to it. I'm still seeing new faces and that, but it just feels fresh. It feels like something that's not being done. But at the same time, when I look at it, it reminds me, dare I say, of Ring of Honor before. And not in terms of the talent, not in terms of like the wrestling, but just in terms of like them being their own entity and their own thing. I can't lie, I'm just loving it, man. I wish them nothing but success. Like I said, I don't really want to see them get bought out. Definitely, if people want to inject money, like you said, Del, fantastic. But yeah, I love it so far. And I just look forward to seeing what else they do in the future, to be honest.
Were there any matches that stuck out to you on this card?
I haven't actually finished the show, but that first match, was it Bojack versus
Bojack versus BK Westbrook? That was a good match.
Listen. You see this kid. You see this kid. BK Westbrook. He gives me Adam Cole vibes. Like you can tell.
What is it about him that gives
I think it's just. It's not even the look. It's just how he interacts in the ring, how he sells. His moveset is quite similar, not exactly the same, but similar. More of a young Adam Cole than like now Adam Cole. Obviously, Adam Cole doesn't do a lot of the stuff he used to do. But
Adam Cole's Brockfoot.
Yeah, he's finished. But yeah, like, and then I saw some, like, even during his entrance, there were signs of like Shawn Michaels, so you can tell who he's studying. And I went on his Twitter today just to check him out, and he does like watch a lot of like old clips of, like, you would think he'd be quite current and look at some of the new stuff that's happening, but he likes to retweet a lot of like old clips that have happened in like the 80s, 90s. So I can see he's got a bright future. I'm just really invested. Like, when I see someone like that, I'm just like, yeah, I'm invested, simply because I can tell that you get it. You just need seasoning. You just need someone to kind of, you know, take you under their wing and just kind of take you to train and do some other stuff, and you'll be good. I ain't heard him talk, so I don't know about his promo work, but that guy there, I'm invested. I'm putting my stocks there for the next year, and we'll see what he does. But yeah, what matches did you lot watch? I only watched those. I think I watched 4 matches. I went to that like battle royale. Is it like a battle royale? Like they go outside the ring, and I don't know if you lot watched that part. Yeah, that fatal 4-way.
So I've watched the whole show. The matches I enjoyed the most, Kevin Blackwood versus Titus Alexander. That was a really, 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 really good match. Kevin Blackwood is incredible. Titus Alexander, 23 years old. He just completed a tour in Noah. Yeah, he's incredible, man. He's absolutely, like, I don't know. He has this kind of like hybrid style. Like, he reminds me kind of like an AJ Styles mixed with like a Nigel McGuinness.
Ola's invested. You heard Ola heard AJ
Hey,
Styles.
careful, Del. You're mentioning some serious things over there.
Nah, bro, he's solid, and he's solid, bro. And pause.
This is Kevin Blackwood.
No, Titus Alexander.
Titus Alexander.
Yeah, and even his trunks are like based on Invincible.
Okay, yeah. I believe it now.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, he's cold, very, very cold, man. He had a good he showed out in Japan. Really, really good, man. Okay. He was the former West Coast Pro heavyweight champion. Yeah, so I liked MXM versus Miracle Generation. See Mansoor and Mace Madden. They are very, very, very good, and I like the fact that they are just being themselves. You know, they're not letting the whole model thing kind of like take over or make like that. They killed that role in WWE. They absolutely killed it. They took what was given to them and they made it their own. And I like the fact that they've just moved past it. Just like, listen, that was a part of us. This is who we are really as people, and this is us as wrestlers. And them as a tag team, I can't lie to you. If you're an indie company and you don't book them,
missing out.
Leaving money on the table.
Sorry. They are
even this thing that they do,
the touching their tips. Cold, bro. They're very, very cold, man. The team they think Miracle Generation, they're really, really good as well. Like, it was literally a good back and forth. Yeah, I think this year last year I thought tag team wrestling was shit.
Yeah, I didn't have a great year.
Tag team wrestling last year was shit, but I think this year
we'll be back.
I think we'll be back with tag team wrestling this year. The Fatal 4-Way was a good match as well. Colby Carino beat Adam Priest, Alec Price, and LeBron Cazone. Adam Priest.
Is he another one to look up?
He's been tipped as the king of indie wrestling.
Is it?
That's what a lot of people call him. They call him like Prince of indie wrestling. Like, a lot of people speak very, very highly of him. He reminds me of from his build. He reminds me of CB.
Well,
Reminds
from new science.
Nah, it reminds me of Crispin. What?
Oh,
reminds me of Crispin Roth. We just build size, but his character is good. He's good in the ring. Like he's cold in it. Kobe Carino, I don't know. I feel like he might be like that. The heart and soul of DPW.
First.
He reminds me. Do you know who he reminds me of? Sounds fucked because it's a core. Reminds me of a core. He reminds me of Anthony Martin.
Shout out A Marto though, man.
Right, shout out A Martin. That's my guy, man. He reminds me of Anthony Martin. Like he just like the thing. No, hear me out, yeah. When I look at Anthony Martin, yeah, no matter what core company he's part of, I just like for me, I just look, yeah, this guy is the
could
guy.
be real. Yeah.
Bro,
this is the guy that I know you're building a company around.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like everywhere you go, you are the heart and soul, and that's Kobe Carino.
Fair enough.
Like even in Sky into this match, they spoke about him leaving DPW because obviously he signed to WWE. Then he had to win his way back into DPW after he left WWE, and then now he's number one contender. So great story there.
Nice little story.
Dark Order versus Violence is Forever in the number one contendership match. Good match as well. The women's title match was pretty good as well. Calvin Tankman versus Andrew Everett.
What's your title match? Just a quick question. What's your opinions on Calvin?
Calvin is. Do you know what it is about Calvin? Yeah, I think Calvin is incredible. I think Calvin is incredible, but there's just something that's stopping him from being in the conversation. I don't know what it is.
I feel I'm not even capping. I feel exactly the same.
Like there's something about him that stops him every single time from being brought up in the conversation of like best wrestlers, and I don't know what it is.
Do you reckon this exposure? In terms of like maybe he's not. Okay, you look at like an Osprey workhorse everywhere. You look at like some of these other indie talents as well. You know, they're everywhere. I don't see that with Calvin Tankman.
The funny thing, he's everywhere as well.
Oh yeah,
he's everywhere. GCW. He was even MLW, West Coast Pro, Deep Black Pro. Like he's everywhere. But there's just something that is just missing where. There's a lot of wrestlers where we can mention their names, and you'll be like, "Yeah, for sure, certain." I can mention the Jacob Fatu, and there's no argument.
Yeah.
Over Calvin Tankman, I can bring up his name, and a lot of people will either be heavy on him or not. You know what I mean? So I don't know what it is. I don't know if he just needs to have like a marquee opponent.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I thought about
he's missing the marquee opponent. That match where you can be like. Go and watch that match.
Yeah.
If you want to see what this guy is about.
Yeah.
It's probably lacking that.
That's probably it. But yeah, the main event match, Calvin Tankman versus Andrew Everett was a good match. They were more so kind of telling the story of the fact that in DPW, Calvin Tankman has never been able to beat Andrew Everett. Andrew Everett even beat him for the national title. So this was, Calvin Tankman. It was a good match, but good back and forth. Calvin Tankman was able to finally get his win on Andrew Everett. Like we were saying, I feel like DPW has a lot of upside. If you actually deep it, there's not that many people in the crowd, but the atmosphere feels unreal.
For real, bro. But it varies because there are some sellout like shows. There are some shows where it is packed out, but that's the thing. Like it gives me, without it being on that extreme side, it gives me ECW vibes. Like how everybody's so connected and invested in the product. And it didn't take much. It just took them to put on good quality content, really. And again, it stems from all the guys at the top that own this company doing content for years, having these ideas in their mind. I mean, if you've ever watched CM Pulse, you've heard him talk about wrestling a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Like he just gets it. He gets it. Is it It's My Yard or whatever his name is? I forgot his name. He gets it. Like all the guys.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. That's crazy.
This is what I'm saying. So they all get it.
Wow.
So they're building that product, and it just translates when we watch it. So yeah, I wish them nothing but the best, man. Honestly, it's nice to have them around.
No, I was just saying it's not easy to build a crowd like that.
No, not at all.
Of, like, togetherness. That's why I kind of compared them to ROH and TNA and that, because the crowd actually kind of speaks for themselves in that respect.
And do you know who's over as well? Danger.
Yes.
How can you not? No.
Danger's like the face of the company.
In a video game, he was always Bro, everybody, 1 million downloads on a call. How dare you?
Crazy,
How dare you?
Absolutely.
People are even making your tires. You're thinking, maybe I'll turn this one into my actual wrestling gear. Outrageous.
Bro's movesets from a game. Nah. Taking the mic.
Outrageous. He's literally living every core creator's dream.
Have you seen his t-shirt?
Dream. Say that again?
You seen his t-shirt?
Nah, I haven't.
It says it's not an effing game anymore.
You see.
That's even such a cool tee.
What's these simple things?
Simple, innit?
What's these simple things?
Shout out to Danger, man.
Let's quickly head over to TNA. They recently just had a bang of a Disney. Hey, listen, I don't want to hear no fucking chat about TNA. Listen,
my companies.
Listen,
in fact, they never went away.
You niggas that will be saying, "Oh, when a wrestler releases, yeah, go TNA, go TNA." My company are having fucking bangers. My company are having match of the year candidates. Candidates.
Crazy.
That match is insane.
Some of your companies don't even know whether they're coming or going. They don't know whether they're coming or bam. Your companies are doing Eurostep and still missing. Feel me? Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay 2.
What a banger.
Huh?
Fam.
What a
I'm gonna sound dumb, but I didn't even know Josh had it in him like that. Pause. Like I didn't know you could put that was there was a pause in it. Yeah. Say. Let's run it back. Run it back. I didn't know that Josh could put on matches like that. Because I'm not a big Josh fan in it, but he won. I'm convinced now. I'm convinced. Someone said on Twitter or in the Discord, I can't remember where I saw it, that was like watching AJ Styles versus Kurt Angle. And that's the best comparison I think I've seen to talk about this match.
Yeah, that match was
ridiculous.
Bloody brilliant. You know one thing I loved about the match as well?
What?
There were certain spots where they were intentionally trying to do it on the TNA logo.
I need to go back and watch now.
I need to watch it for the third time.
Like they were intentionally doing certain moves on the logo. Like, yes, this is where, bro.
Nah, don't do this, man. If I walk, bro.
Easter eggs, and also referee. This is how you do referee discretion. This is how you do referee's discretion. Not someone will be hit with a chair. Someone will be hit with a table. No, you can't have a full. You can't have a whole card where you're just doing referee discretion. Referee discretion should be used sparingly. The fact that it was annoying me that they're going to use a table, but in totality, it made sense. The referee even went up to the timekeeper and said, "We are continuing this match. This match is not because we need a definitive. Hey, whatever the English is, we needed it now. We need the winner. And that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should be. For real.
As a wrestling fan, I don't want my intelligence insulted.
Yes, man.
That's it.
Every aspect has to be a part of the storytelling. So the referee saying this match will continue is part of the story, and it makes the referee discretion make a bit more sense because he himself, the referee, is a fan and says, "We are not leaving tonight without a winner.
Until we get a winner.
You guys can match each other's head. You get a winner." And that's what it's about. And bro, honestly, like, I'm just happy that in this new era of TNA, we are now like we're starting like this. We're starting like this, and hopefully they start as they mean to go along. Hopefully this will now be a thing where it won't just be one match that's now considered from TNA that people are considering as matches of the year. This will be a continuous thing. So hey,
I heard that Moose. I heard Moose and Okada went off. From like clips that I've seen and people talking about on social media. So yeah, this week's episode of TNA should have been really, really good. But one thing I do like, is stuff like, maybe they used to do it before and I didn't really like pay attention, but just even small stuff like opening the show with the X Division matches, like taking it back to like how it used to be. Do you know what I mean? And that match as well was insane, by the way. I don't know if anyone watched that match. That match was, and also another thing that I like about TNA now as well is now that they have some eyes on them, like more eyes on them since they've rebranded and stuff, to a lot of people, there are names that are going to come across as like new stars. Like they've been there for a minute, but they're new. But it goes back to TNA again, building new superstars from the ground up. And if they do move on to bigger things, fair enough, whatever, cool. Nick as well. I feel like this is just going to be his home. Like he's just, and you know what I loved? Do you know what I loved about that promo when he said that I respect the guys in the back too much for me to just walk in here and demand the title. Like I'm going to do it from the bottom and climb. I said, yeah, you lot are doing it properly. Because back last year, you would have just put the title on him immediately. But now this time you're doing it properly. The only thing I don't like are the yellow ropes, but I can live without it. That's it. I can live with it. I can, you know what I'm saying?
I think Nick being there and him wanting to start from the bottom just shows that there's a long-term plan. There's a long-term plan. That's how it should be, because like we said with Okada, there are plenty of matches we want to see with Nick. There's plenty of matchups. So, hey man. And even still speaking about TNA, so one of our friends is on a world tour and he's decided that TNA is included in that tour. Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
That guy,
he's gonna cook, man.
Bro, that guy is a guy. I can't lie to you. This guy is single-handedly pushing tickets everywhere he goes. you know them rappers in Camden that man are selling their albums on road. That's some stuff for Ali, bro. This guy is relentless.
Yeah, man.
X Division champion, that is, boy. World champion, even.
Oh yeah,
bro. Just the promos he's cutting alone is absolutely insane. And it's like consistent as well. It's not like it's for this company, I'm doing it like this, and then for this company, I'm keeping it simple. Bro, it's literally no matter where you are, he's letting you guys know that, listen, 2024 is the year of Ali. And bro, I'm just happy that now he's just being able to like shut people up and people actively want to see him wrestle. People actively want to see him everywhere.
For real.
You don't have no choice though. After this, giving free Ali. I remember seeing one Twitter post where someone was like, "Do you know that WWE have a Muslim man?" I said, "What?" People were really banging for him. So yeah, man, it's good. Let's see him work.
I have a question though. Who are you both? Like, pick one superstar you're excited to see in TNA. Like, that's gonna, have a decent year.
Someone that's already confirmed, or someone I want to see there.
So someone that's already signed, like in the company now. Like, let's give the viewers somebody that they should like keep an eye out for.
Jake something.
Yeah, what I've seen of this guy is ridiculous. And I see your comparison to, was it Mike Awesome?
Mike Awesome, yeah.
I see it.
Yeah,
I believe he signed. I'm gonna go with Leon Slater.
Yeah, Leon Slater signed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
I don't think he's actually like officially like debuted yet in America. But
him in the X Division.
Later.
It's done. It's done. Match of the year, every pay-per-view. It's done.
It's gonna be mental.
Yeah, that's me as well. I can't lie, Leon Slater. I just look at, to be honest, when that signing first happened, I looked at it as this is going to be the signing that basically determines TNA's future in terms of like how they're viewing their company. So again, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I'm actually so excited for TNA.
You see,
and I haven't
Scott
felt like this.
Moore. We give you all glory.
What did you think of? What did you think of Scott's promo at the end of the show,
bro? So I felt it, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely felt it. Like it was definitely from the heart, and bro, with what he's had to, for him to have, like, for the way he's had to like grab this company, burn it to the ground, and rebuild it. I mean, it was already burnt. He's had to rebuild it, rebuild it into something. He's rebuilt into something where people can come and it's a great product. And bro, I commend him, man. Honestly, like he's done nothing but
hats off to him,
brilliant stuff, man. Do you know what I mean? Like he's been able to help people's career, revive people's career. He's built great partnerships with different companies and brands.
Get money in the company.
Do you know what I mean? Like what's better than that? And the fact that you've been able to do this with a sole team of wrestlers that you look at and you, bro, listen, man, I commend him so much, man. I've got a few ideas for him, but listen.
You should hit us up, man.
TNA World Cup. We need that. The X Cup. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need the X Cup, man. That you've got enough international acts.
They also need to start bringing back some old pay-per-views.
You know what I mean? And even when he signed Leon Slater, the first thing I thought of was Vignette. That's the first thing I thought of, because I know for a fact here, Leon, the minute Leon signs to the minute he has his debut in TNA, he is going to do something so fucked, or they're gonna put him in a match where, I can imagine. I genuinely can imagine him. You see what Elite done on that cage? I can imagine him doing something crazy or even crazier than that.
Yeah.
And that's gonna go down in history, and it's gonna go viral, because that's where wrestling's at the moment. Wrestling's at a moment where it's like you wanna put on a great show, but you also wanna have some sort of like viral act where people that don't even watch wrestling are like, wow, this is crazy. Check this out, or what's this about? So,
big up to TNA, man.
You're just gonna hear TNA.
We've got the old theme back. We've got the old logo back. We've got X Division back. We've got new stars being born.
As long as they don't make Leon Slater play Suicide, we're good. As long as they don't play Suicide, we're good. I've got a question for you guys. I've been thinking about this question for like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this question. I've been questioning. You said?
What, next person to play Suicide?
No. It's nothing to do with Suicide. It's about video games, but it's nothing to do with Suicide.
Yeah.
Oh, Chisel, we can't say that word.
Okay. Unalive, whatever. Anywho, why do you think? Okay, let me even rephrase it. The wrestling video game market, I wouldn't say it's booming, but it has been booming. Like, it's, in terms of the fandom, it's booming. In terms of the output of games, there generally is typically only one game, and that's WWE 2K. We've obviously had AW Fight Forever.
Let's not talk about it, man.
Do you know what I mean? But why do you think that more wrestling companies haven't tried to be a shoo-in in terms of like having their own wrestling game? So, for example, New Japan is a large company. Why haven't they? And especially they were owned by Ukes at one point. Why have they not put out a video game? Or why is maybe like a TNA not looking at potentially, getting another video game out? Or why are maybe like indie companies not looking to potentially partner up with upcoming studios or indie studios to have a video game?
I reckon it's because the competition is rough.
The competition can be rough, but I feel like, for example, no matter what type of wrestling game there is, the minute a company or indie company announces we are putting out a wrestling game, wrestling fans are like, oh shit, Oh shit! Holy shit! Wow, they're like, oh shit! I can't believe it. And they invested. Man are already thinking about core. Man are already thinking about cores, and the video game hasn't even fucking got a creation suite. Like, I've always wondered, like, why are more wrestling companies maybe like not thinking long term in terms of that? Like, somewhere like a TNA who's been in the business for 20 plus years now. Surely that's okay. Scott D'Amore is now in a better position than he was before. Like, merchandising is always something that's important in wrestling. Action figures, t-shirts, paper towels, ice cream, whatever you want. That's merchandise. Video games are also part of merchandising as well. Why are video games never? I don't know. Maybe the expense for it is a lot. You saw how much AW fork out. You saw how much Tony Khan forked out for the AW game.
Something that bust.
But the money he put, I don't know if they went to go and use that for sacrifice.
That's what I was gonna say.
The game we ended up getting wasn't
terrible.
It's terrible. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I feel like more companies need to. I don't know. Maybe all the indie companies should come together. Maybe hit up like a. Obviously, the Wrestling Code are working on their game. That's
even Ultra Pro Wrestling, I think it's called as well.
Ultra Pro Wrestling have got a game coming out as well. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, there's pretty much a lot of wrestling games that are going to be coming out in the next few years and whatnot. But
I think it comes down to money, honestly. I think like back in the day, it still now does cost millions to make a wrestling game. Like any game it costs millions. TK can afford it because he's got endless money. But these other companies have to be so smart, and the most that they can do right now that doesn't cost as much is make figures. But with Unreal Engine, you can literally make any game. Like you could go into Unreal Engine today. Like you and Ola could go into Unreal Engine today and make a wrestling game if you wanted to. So with that being there, I think it's just about them hiring guys that know how to use the software and then giving them the time to create a game. Like you're not going to create a game in a year. It'll probably take them like 2 years or 3 years to make the game, but at least you've got a game. Do you know what I mean? But I think it just comes down to cost. Like, because you're not wrong. Like, I think New Japan's what did they do? They did some collab with Fire Pro, didn't they? I think that was okay.
More or less their game, to be honest. This one, this one, which
was okay.
It was good for the first.
Didn't that company have one? They were meant to release one. Is it Chikara or something like that?
They had one. Action Arcade Wrestling.
Yeah.
And then Chikara went bust, and then they got rid of all the wrestlers in the game and just added the 4 wrestlers.
Never mind. Never mind, boy. What game would you like to see? What company would you like to see make a game?
Bring back Wrestle Kingdom.
New Japan.
Bring back the New Japan game. Yeah. The only issue with that game was accessibility.
Yeah.
It was in Japanese only, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was a Japan only exclusive.
Oh, bring that game back.
Yeah, bring back the Wrestle Kingdom. It had New Japan. It had all the Japanese freelancers, had all the Japanese companies together.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a good game as well.
You see Brock Lesnar on there as well.
Yeah.
Cold
Kenta's in the game. Shibata.
Mm-hmm.
Like they got.
It's
a fun game. It's a proper fun game. Once you get a hang of the controls. I feel like a New Japan game or a game with just all the Japanese company would be fun. A TNA game would be fun.
We could do with another.
I'm intrigued to see what the Wrestling Code do. That's the one.
It's been in development for a minute.
Virtual Basement.
Yeah, Virtual Basement. I think with them, where the caveat is that they're looking to get every single wrestler to mocap.
Possible.
And I can't lie, that's long. That's mad long. Like I don't know who's got time for that.
I get it though, in terms of authenticity, but at the same time, the delay is going
long, man. It's long because by the time that game comes out, some of us will probably be married with kids, and will our wives even allow us to play video games?
Some of those wrestlers might have even signed to other companies.
I'm sure their contracts will be ironclad, where it's like, regardless of whether you sign to another company, you can still use your likeness. So, let's quickly talk about Brian Keith. He was also toured Japan. We went to DDT to face Mayo for the DDT Universal Championship. And if
Mm.
you guys get a chance to catch that match,
Yeah, I did watch it.
how do you guys find the match? What do you guys? What's your initial reaction to Keith Lee? Brian Keith Lee, you know, Brian Keith. Like, what do you guys think?
This was my first introduction to him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your first introduction to him?
Yeah, because I haven't really been watching AEW and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's good. I think there's some charisma there. I think it's when watching this match, I can't help but feel there's definitely a lot more to him, though.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit underwhelmed and a little bit like he was outshone, but I don't think it's his fault. Again, this is my initial introduction to him, and you know, but for what the match was quite good. I thought he was all right. Nothing spectacular, but I thought he did good.
Yeah, I felt like he was holding back a little bit. Maybe he wasn't allowed to do as much as he could have. Maybe they told him to, you know, balance out how what's his name? Mile?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they said balance it out, make sure that he has his, you know, shine time as well. But he's different, you know, like to me, when I looked at him first thought, I was like, oh, he looks like a Core. Because he just looks different, like the black combats or whatever he was wearing, and then the kit pads underneath, like it was different. I was like, okay, cool, long hair, but in terms of like what he can do, he's got the tools. I think he just needs to sharpen them, and he'll be all right. Japan's a perfect place to do it, though. What about you?
Yeah, I thought the match was pretty decent. Mao, he's this was a kind of a different match I've seen from him. He's usually more of like a high flyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's usually more.
I didn't get that vibe from him.
Yeah, same. I thought he was a technical guy.
The matches I've seen from him, it's mainly been like high flying, and he wrestled. He beat Matt Cardona for the belt. And that match was very like not comedy distant. Like it wasn't really my steez in it. It was okay.
Is that what he does though? That Mao, like a lot of like comedish kind of.
I mean, here and there's DDT in it, so they
a lot of the speaking during the match was making me laugh and stuff though.
Yeah. But yeah, I felt like I did like a lot of like the strike exchanges within the match. Like it was a good showing. Like it was for Keith Lee's first singles match in Japan. Like, it was enjoyable. If there was people that watched and didn't like it, then on that part I completely understand.
Yeah.
I feel like there are better Keith Lee matches. There are
Brian
better
Keith
matches as well. Brian Keith. I keep thinking of the TikToker. That's what it is. I'm not even thinking of the rest of Keith Lee. I'm thinking of the TikToker.
Oh,
let's try. Let's rate it from 1 to 10. Let's rate it from 1 to 10.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. 6 out of 10. But it was decent for what it was. Like, I feel like more could have been done. I feel like both did kind of leave a lot to be desired. I do want to see a rematch with them at some point. I want to see Brian Keith more in Japan.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people. I want to see him in New Japan. I want to see him in All Japan. I feel like Japan is like there's just so much talent in Japan.
Yeah.
So why not go there and show how good you are? And if you're able to win Japanese fans over, then sure you're able to win you're able to win over any fan. So it was proper interesting, man.
Wish him the best, man.
Absolutely,
he's different. One to keep an eye on. Yeah, I just need to see a bit more from him. But I'm sure I'll see him he's in DPW. I swear he's a champion as well.
Yeah, he's a national champion. So
yeah, so we'll see him around.
I think the next few shows are going to be in Texas. So he's from Houston. So
okay, bless. All right, man.
All right, should be all right. Anything else we're missing, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about?
Oh, just a quick topic. It's short, but it goes back to TNA, and it's on Will Ospreay. I was talking to Ola about this the other day. now that he's signed and he's going to the big leagues and whatnot, I do want him to slow down a little bit because I got so nervous. You know the table bump.
Oh yeah,
holding his back. I got so nervous. I was like, "Tell me this guy's not injured again." But my thing is, I just don't want him to be putting on classic after classic after classic. Like, I hope that he learns to just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes just keep it like this, and then when you get to the, you
when
know
it's
what I'm saying?
needed.
Yeah, and then kind of keep it because his body must be mashed up, man. Like, you ever watch wrestling? Yeah, it's like Jeff Hardy. You ever watch Jeff Hardy and just feel in pain every time he hits the mat? Like, I cringe every time Jeff Hardy hits the mat. I don't want to start doing that with Will Ospreay, so I'm just hoping that he, kind of starts to figure out when to put on the classics. But let me know what you lot think about it.
I think by force he's going to have to, because especially if you're going from working tours and indie shows to now strictly working TV. I don't think he's going to be taking any independent bookings. So he's gonna have to. He's gonna have, like we said with Okada. You're going to have to learn how to. You're gonna have to learn how to do the 10, 15-minute matches.
Yeah.
And tone it down and not, do all your best hits every single match that you have. You get what I mean? So it'll be interesting to kind of see. I feel like with Will, it will work for him. We've seen him on AEW TV. He's cut promos. He's done segments, so it should be easy for him. I'm sure there'll be certain matches he'll be tempted to do certain moves. There's other matches on the card. It's not just you. You know what I mean? It's not just you. Like, there's other people on the card. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm intrigued to kind of see what happens. But this is where my question is for you guys, because Will is clearly when it comes to indie wrestling, he is the guy that people go to for that match. Like, that match that is going to be a match that's going to make you feel like you've left Earth. That's Will. Now that Will has left, who will be in Will's place in regards to that? Of course, nobody will ever be able to be Will.
Yeah, I was going to say.
What Will has done in the space of the last 4 or 5 years, less than that, 3 years, has been insane.
Best wrestler in the world.
Absolutely insane. But someone is going to have to fill those shoes. Well, they don't have to, but someone is going to have to be the independent person where when they step in at the place, this is my problem. This is my problem. Like, someone's going to have to be the one where it's like, someone's going to have to be the independent moneymaker and has to be do you know what I mean? Who is going to be that person?
I could say I could say maybe someone I would like to see do it.
I think we've got the same name.
You first?
Wait, me first, yeah? I'm nervous. I was going to, okay, might sound stupid, yeah, but I was going to say Oku.
Yeah.
That's a shot.
Yeah. To that, I would maybe say I'd want to see Leo Rush try. I don't think there's a reason as to why he couldn't.
Ooh. He's just too.
I'm not even laughing. I think that's a shout. But with Leo, the thing is, I want to have a chat with Leo.
I do.
I want to speak with him. I have so much space to him. I think Leo could potentially be that, but at the same time, like, I just don't know.
What's happened to him now?
You never know.
He wrestled in GCW.
That's the thing. You never know.
You never know if Leo.
That's the problem.
Do you know what I mean?
But if he had like a consistent year or 2 years of just putting on banger after banger, we know his wrestling ability.
Yeah.
We know he can be good on the mic. We know he can turn it up like this.
He was cooking in Japan last year.
So why he couldn't?
He was cooking in TNA.
No. I don't see no.
Leo Rush is okay. Leo Rush, I get it. I would want that as well.
I want it. Whether it will happen is different, but I would want it.
It probably will happen. I'm wishing it. Wishing on this time. You know the ones.
What about you?
I think it's Mike Bailey.
Yeah.
I think week in, week out, nobody consistently puts on matches as good as Mike Bailey. and around the world. Is that?
I'm just put off.
Put off,
and you guys know why I'm put off. Yeah, you know why.
Why?
Yeah. Because I'm a co-creator. I can't create a call with kick pads and no beats, man. Mandem, you know I can't do this, man.
You're fucking stupid.
Bro, put your shoes on, man.
You're fucking stupid. But wait, one of your course has no shoes.
Huh?
One of your course has no shoes.
Yeah, but he doesn't wear kick pads.
But he has rapper. He ties rapper on it. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's different. That's
bro. If you go on WWE2K, if you what is that in socks or is that in kick pads?
Huh? Socks.
It's all the same difference, man. It's all the same difference.
No, but honestly, Mike Bailey, I hear it.
I hear Mike Bailey as well. I was put off with the kick pads and those shoes. What I was, but I got over it. You get over it, man.
No, but you've been doing it for years, though. You even used to wear tights before.
What tights and kick pads and no business? Throw up the X. Throw up the X, man. I'm being silly, boys, man. I'm being silly. Mike Bailey's sick. Honestly, shout.
Leo Rush is a shout. Mike Bailey's a shout. Yeah. We'll see what happens, man.
Oku's a shout as well.
Yeah.
Oku's a shout. I just think
he needs to go more international.
Yeah, I think with Oku, Oku's already killing it in the UK. Like, there's not outside of Will Ospreay, for me, Michael Oku was second in the UK.
Yeah.
In terms of work rate, in terms of the person that is continuously having some of the better matches. So that's not that's not far fetched. It's just that he needs. I think he's in Florida at the moment.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's in Florida at the moment.
He's sick.
So yeah, I would love to see Oku wrestle everywhere in the US. Do a 6-month US tour and see him in Japan as well.
I thought he was going to be the first guy that they. Say that again.
Said anyone in particular you would love to see him face 1-on-1
in Japan?
Let's say WrestleMania weekend. Yeah, there's big events everywhere. Oku versus someone. I don't know. Who would you want to see him face?
That's a really tough question, you know.
Yeah, it's mad because I don't even have an answer.
Okay, I've got a question for you, and we'll include Oku as well.
Okay, cool.
As well. WrestleMania weekend.
Okay.
You guys are hosting your own show. So
okay.
The Jem Championship Wrestling or Shoreditch Championship Wrestling, whatever you guys want.
What do you say?
It could be Shoreditch Championship Wrestling.
I bought this guy.
Loading Bar Championship. Loading Bar Pro. Yeah. You have a 5-match card.
Oh, shizzle.
5-match cards. Of course, you're going to add Michael Oku as well. What is your 5-match card?
Hey.
You can have your own independent championship wrestling belts if you want. You can have the Shoreditch Pro. Shot Championship. The Jem Championship Wrestling.
You'll scatter your head too.
You can have the Jem Championship Wrestling. Stomp the Yard belt if you want. I don't know.
Stomp the Yard.
That's one of my favorite films as well. I love Stomp the Yard. You see that move that Chris Brown done at the beginning? He's a real nigga.
What would I do? First match. What, they have to be independent wrestler, yeah?
Independent. You can have, I don't know, Dark Order versus someone for the late twins.
What is going on, man?
You know what, yeah? You know what I'm going to say to you? Ask me this question closer to Mania.
All right, cool.
Let me get more back invested into the independent scene, and then when we get close to Mania, I'll give you the answers. But so far we've got Oku on the card. Let's include all of our let's include all of our picks. Yeah. So Leo Rush is already on the card. Mike Bailey's on the card, and Oku's on the card. I mean, that's a triple threat match right there. But
that'd be a cold triple threat match.
It would be very cold triple threat.
For what belt? The loading bar championship.
Let's end this stream, man.
The loading bar middleweight title.
Hey, when you getting on the independent scene, huh?
When am I getting on the independent scene?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Could be this year, could be next year.
G9 Club.
We're working, B. We're gonna get there. You're gonna get some. If you want to see me in the independent scene, you're gonna get some.
If you want to see Del on the independent scene, get us 50 likes, man. Let's get 100 likes on the video.
Yeah.
And
get us 50 likes, and then I'll start showing videos of when I start training and stuff in it. And then,
yeah.
I mean, then I'll show the gear, then I'll show the boots, then kick pads.
Wear boots though with the kick pads.
Yeah, of course. Well, you feel I was gonna wear Asics.
Well, you're not a trainer person with the kick pads.
There's certain people that wear kick pads. In my head, I'm like, so some of the crap I see people wear kick pads with, I'm just like, you guys are fucking taking the piss, man.
Oscar's one of them. I don't know what trainer she wears.
Those aren't too bad though.
Do you like them? I don't.
They're not too bad. They sit comfy. It's Anthony Bowens that wears TNs. Next, yeah, they're fucking annoying so much. They actually annoy me. I can't stand it.
Hey, we are an unpredictable bunch.
This is so funny.
The thing is, I don't mind like the boxing crap that they wear. Like I don't mind them. Like it's calm in it. But for some reason, I know myself. If I now go and run the ropes, I'll just twist my ankle. Ankle just broke.
CM Punk said.
No bloody reason. So, yeah, man.
Funny episode, man.
Well, before we end, what we're gonna do? Match recommendations.
Oh shit! I ain't even got one. You know?
That's the reason. You're meant to just think of head, fam.
Yeah.
Think of head.
Any match, yeah.
Any independent match.
One that I haven't seen. One that I haven't said. Sorry.
I won't even say a match. I'll say just go watch some Jacob Fati, man. If you haven't watched him before, what are you doing with your life, man? Go watch some Jacob Fati.
Del, you're next, because I'm still pending.
I'm gonna go for Ruckus versus Human Tornado from CCW. Ruckus is one of my favorite. I think Ruckus is one of the most innovative wrestlers of all time. I don't think he gets enough praise, especially as a black wrestler. Like Black History Month in America is coming up as well. Like Ruckus is one of them ones. Like if you know CCW, if you know independent wrestling within the 2000s, Ruckus was one of them ones. So yeah, man, big up Ruckus, man. You've always got a place in my heart. And without Ruckus, there's no Eddie Kingston. I'm so sorry. There's no Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston wouldn't have that platform because who was the leader of Blackout? It was Ruckus. Yeah, man, Ruckus.
I hear it.
My niggas still.
I am gonna go with Best of Super Juniors. I can say New Japan, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because it was very easy to think of. Leo Rush versus Mike Bailey.
That match was brilliant.
Yes.
Insane.
God.
Yeah.
You know what? I might even watch that after.
Yeah, I was thinking too as well.
Who's gonna shoot it?
Incriminate me when I catch this guy.
So you're not going up.
Huh?
You're not going up.
Someone said that you were going to loading bar to prepare for tomorrow.
Listen, man. When this comes out, what, Sunday?
Sunday.
Hey, man.
These men are going to be active by then. By the time this comes out, these men will be getting dressed and getting ready to go and... Anyway, Sha. Hey, man.
I've retired, so...
Huh? I expose this nigga. You're lucky you're still recording. Lucky you're still recording. Anyway, Sha. Bring your boy Delboy.
Hola.
That's your outro.
Yeah, man.
I did it.
Hey, man, we out, man. In a bit, Young Wolf.
Peace. It boys.